been in the Champions League.
No, they've not been there for 5 years or thereabout, or 4 years.
I was shocked. And the Champions League, like we have learned over time, it's not a competition that you show up and you start becoming dominant once you show up, right? It's a competition that you have to learn how to navigate the competition. You have to prepare for it. It's the experience. The more experience you get in it, the stronger you get. That's because.
Watch Tranzeet TV right now.
They know they sell you background.
Tranzeet Sports TV back again. Champions League midweek games. Interesting. So many goals scored this time around. The attackers did business. Some teams are crying. So many are laughing. United Musketeers won their games. New entrants. -1 team, quadruple, whatever like they call them. The rest. He was.
Back.
Man, like if he on the show, Choma here as well. Ubum will join us shortly. Guys, you are welcome to the show. Choma, good to see you. Your man, if he is right here, I know you can't wait.
My nemesis.
I know you can't wait to give him his flowers.
My kryptonite.
I come in peace. I come in peace, not in peace.
Real quick, man, like if he let's start with Chelsea because Gumi is not here.
Obviously.
He was supposed to start with Arsenal, but let's give Ubom his chance to talk about his team. But what's the issue with Chelsea? Honestly, banter aside, when I look at Chelsea, there's no identity in that team. Yeah, you can't really say
Maresca.
So what needs to be done? Chelsea fans are talking about him not being consistent, always changing and stuff. But if you really look at it, does Chelsea have depth, quality in their depth in that squad?
Oh, all right, lads. I'm here. We're about to school these Arsenal people, put them in their place. Obviously, they're excited because Chelsea lost, so we have to run this. So let's do this right. First things first, Maresca should be fired. I keep on saying this. When you look at Maresca, he came from Leicester, a small fish. He came into Chelsea, a big pond. Then obviously his first goal was to qualify for you must laughing for, must be honest. Chelsea's a big pond, man. What are you saying? So obviously his first goal was to qualify for the Champions League, which he done only just, but it don't matter how you get there as long as you get there. Then there was an added bonus of the Club World Cup, the one you call
the
preseason that you can
the main thing has started. Now people are started crying.
But when you look at it, yeah, okay, let's even give him some props, because if you look at it, we haven't lost in 12 games up until yesterday, so that's okay. But when you look at when it's going bad, the team lacks a whole lot of identity. The only person that really played well yesterday was Cole Palmer. I don't know what Saicedo done to give away that penalty. Obviously, the own goal came from Chalobah. You can't really blame him for that one. But when you look at other players in the team, a lot of them are not contributing. You look at Neto. I don't know what Neto is doing. Then why I always keep on blaming Maresca is this. He's the coach. He's the gaffer. He should be able to coordinate and boost morale in that team. He's always lacking something. I don't see any reason why Reece James was playing in the mid yesterday. I don't have no understanding.
I was going to get to that, man. I don't really know that. James for me is one of the best right back in the world. I don't know why.
He's always said that's the shocker. He's always said he sees Reece James as a midfielder, but I don't know what he sees, because if you look at that game, the third goal that Kane buried, it was a mistake from Gusto. I mean, Gusto has been okay. We can't rubbish him like that. But I believe that's Rhys James' natural position.
Yeah,
So
I think it's
I
time
really
to
don't
give
know.
playing time to Gusto. For me, Rhys James the first choice right back for Chelsea, and there's nothing wrong with having two players that are good in one position. One can stay on the bench, and the other one comes in to finish the
I
game.
don't even know that.
I don't know why.
Then the other one that does my head in. What are you laughing for? The other one that does my head in is his substitutions. They always come in late. You already know you're playing a top tier team like Bayern. Look at that man's Gnabry, Olise, Kane. Yeah, you look at the midfield. They had Kimmich. They brought in Goretzka and what's the name of that other one in the mid that was running us ragged? You know, well, you look at us. We have Enzo, Rhys James, and Saicedo, and they're not doing nothing. There was no creativity, but for Cole Palmer, there's no identity in that team. The backline, yes, to be fair, Sanchez made some quality saves. Like, he made some quality saves that I was thinking they had buried that were done, but I don't know.
Yeah, Chematu, I want to give you a few platforms to talk about quickly before we move on. Olise, as a player, what a player. And if talking about Chelsea, Sanchez has really been a problem for Chelsea for a little bit, but since the Club World Cup, I think he has picked up from and actually helped Chelsea to stay within a reasonable scoreline yesterday. If not, that game should have been like 5-1 or something like that. And lastly, like I said, what have you made? What was the issue with Maresca?
Sorry, I think my network was a bit off when you were asking the question, but I just heard what is wrong with Maresca.
No. Okay, the first question is Olise. Yesterday, I looked at that young man and like, what a player!
Oh,
This is for Crystal Palace. And then secondly was Sanchez. I think since the Club World Cup, the preseason they played over the summer, he has really has picked up form. And if not for him yesterday, Chelsea probably would have lost that game in a very disrespectful goal line.
Olise, oh my days. Olise was all over the place. Like touches. He was giving it that way. This guy, he was running them ragged. Let me use Ife's words. My days. And then Sanchez. See, if not for Sanchez, you said it right, Reggie, it would have been a mess. But he just got into his zone and he was just doing the job. Because at a moment, I felt like the backline were a bit jittery, you know. Let's say that whole Chaloba own goal kind of, you know, made him a bit, but he tried. And let's talk about, Reggie, you asked me 2 questions, but I need to answer 3. See, before I talk about Maresca, anyway, there's nothing wrong with Maresca. There is absolutely nothing wrong with him. Tell me how I know there's nothing wrong with him. He was the same man that single-handedly went to go and sign you to all these strategic human beings that you are talking about right now. He stayed when you chased away the other man, Pochettino. He stayed, he groomed, you guys sold, you bought. This, what's the name of that Indomie badge you wear your jersey? Oh, sorry, Club World Cup. That circle badge you wear. He got you guys that. He got you for that Club World Cup because he knew that if he flew Yao to America, Yao would help you guys do what people had to do. And are you what are you talking about? See, you guys lack identity. You're an academy. Get that into your head. When you're done playing academy football, when you're done playing academy football, then you can step into the lights where men play football. But as far as I'm concerned, Maresca is good because I don't know whoever you put think you can't get. See, Mourinho is gone. Nobody is giving you for Mourinho. Are you guys going to call Lampard to do second coming or third coming or whatever? The problem is that you have a bunch of academy players. You have a mixture of everything going on for you. And please don't talk down on Maresca. Maresca is big deal. If he goes away today, clubs will come for him. Nobody cares if he came from Leicester or Reading. For reals. Even if he came from Reading, people will take him.
Tova, I know you couldn't wait for this time. Let me get with Ubungre to ask now. Your boy Olise yesterday was mercurial and he really conducted that game like it was solely made for him. That's one. Secondly, Chelsea as a team, what could be done? I know you and I spoke about this off camera about the identity and stuff like that. And I want one or two things I've been talking about. I thought about in the past where what's his name? The two the Pedros. Neto, I've always said when he's on fire, he's unplayable, but he's a very inconsistent player, and it looks like right now is one of those times for him. Then you have Pedro. Obviously, I've said it many times here. He is a fantastic player, but he's not an out striker. And if you look at it recently, the most coaches that have gone with no out striker have not succeeded. The last coach to have succeeded with that was maybe Klopp when he used Firmino, and he only won the league once with all that good time for the team. He go to Pep. Pep has stopped doing that like 5-6 years ago. So it looks like that not having point man kind of positional striker in your team is no longer fashionable, and Chelsea is suffering from that right now.
Well, yeah. Are we talking about the Champions League, or are we just talking about
the Champions League? Again, they play against Bayern.
Yeah. Okay. So, for some reason, at the back of my mind, I thought, for some reason, I had the impression that Chelsea was an experienced Champions League club. Honestly, I had to do a double take when I saw somewhere that said that Noni Madueke and
they're
making their debut.
Yes.
Will be playing their first Champions League games. I was like, Noni Madueke, but Noni came from Chelsea. How can he be playing his first Champions League game? And so when I actually verified, and it was true. So for some reason, maybe because of the level of bragging we hear from Chelsea fans, I thought they were an established Champions League club, even if not established, at least that the past 2 or 3 years they've been in the Champions League.
No, they've not been there for 5 years or thereabout, or 4 years.
I was shocked. And the Champions League, like we have learned over time, is not a competition that you show up and you start becoming dominant once you show up, right? It's a competition that you have to learn how to navigate the competition. You have to prepare for it. It's the experience. The more experience you gain in it, the stronger you get. That's because that's where if you make 1 or 2 mistakes, you get punished, and you're not given chance to really. You're not given too many chances to rectify during the game. You may rectify after the game, but during the game, you end up losing at the end of it. So that's what happened to Chelsea. I think that Chelsea, after playing the World Club Cup, probably came in with confidence that it would be the same thing. Coming in. And the way they dominated and won games, especially the way they beat PSG, I felt in their mind they were ready for the Champions League. But, Bayern showed that they were not, because, again, it's a competition where some of the smartest, most experienced Champions players, people like Harry Kane, that if you give two or three chances, they definitely score one out of it. And Olise, I think this is his first Champions League, or did he play? This is his first season, or is this second season for Bayern?
Last season, yeah.
It was there. So yeah. So this thing tell. So I think it showed in the way the game went against Bayern. Chelsea were not. I think they were not quite ready. In their minds, they may have thought they were, but it takes time. It takes experience. It takes know-how to navigate the Champions League, and I believe they will learn. The only thing is the way the squad was prepared. I'm not sure the squad was prepared to go far, you know, in Champions League. Example, people like Nicholas Jackson should have been retained. You know, they let him go, not adequately replaced. And then the person that they brought in as a forward, number 9, got injured. You know, these things happen. So, you know, I'll tell Chelsea fans just to be patient and you know, take it one day at a time with your club.
Well, we move on. We have so many games to talk about.